Hi y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do another video where I'm making shepherd's pie because that's what I'm actually making for supper tonight. I didn't have any leftover mashed potatoes, so I needed to make some. So I thought I'd bring you along to show you how to make the mashed potatoes. I'm going to do one video of the mashed potatoes, and I'll do another video with the shepherd's pie put all together. Okay, so I've taken some potatoes. For those who you've never made them, you don't know what to do. You take your potatoes, you peel them. After you peel them, you cut them up in little like bite-sized chunks. And then you put them in a saucepan that you can put plenty of water on. You cover them with water. You want a good, space so they have room to move around in. You have plenty of room for those potatoes to move around that water. Then what I do, if I have time, is first I start them off. I bring them to put them on high and bring them to where they start to boil. Then after they start to boil, then what I will do is I will turn it down to about 4 or 5, about medium heat. And then I'll just kind of let them stew for about 20-25 minutes until they are very fork tender and soft. A good way to tell is take a little piece of one on a fork, and you can kind of go put it under a little bit of cold water and put it in your mouth and eat it. If it just, falls to pieces in your mouth, you definitely know it's done. So I have already cooked some, and I will say you can use any potatoes. I personally prefer red potatoes or the yellow potatoes because they seem to fluff up better, and then they don't have that kind of little bit of a dirty or gritty, whatever you want to call it, kind of taste that russet potatoes have. And though, russet potatoes are real good for baked potatoes. So you can see the potato here, and you can kind of tell how tender it is. It's just falling apart when I touch it. And I did wash my hands beforehand, so it's not going to hurt anything. All right, I'm going to bring you down to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to put these potatoes, and I only cooked about 3, 4, something like that. May not even need that many. Right, then next we are going to put in some salt. You just salt it to taste. I'm not going to put a lot because the shepherd's pie, there's going to be salt in the vegetables and salt in the cream of mushroom soup. Then you just put you some pepper. Okay, I'm not used to using these. Again, I'm at my daughter's, and I just prefer the shake kind. Okay, let me get a knife. And make sure you set your butter out to where it gets softened, or soften it in the microwave for about, 10 to 15 seconds. Now, since I'm using about 3 or 4, I'm going to start with 1/4 of a stick, and then I'll see if I want more. And there's the potato masher. See if I can use this. I've never used one made like this before. Now, normally when I make mashed potatoes, just to eat plain mashed potatoes, I'm not putting them in anything. I want them as smooth as I can get them. Some people like chunks. I don't like chunks. Now with this, it doesn't really matter since it's part of a casserole. I think I'm going to add just a tad more butter. I just kind of go by looks, and it's all taste. It's what you prefer. You may want just a tiny, tiny bit of butter, especially if you're watching, your fats. All right, now to this I need to add some milk, and I heated the milk in the microwave because that will just bring out the flavors better if the milk is hot. Because if you put cold milk onto the potatoes, then all you're doing is cooling it off, especially if you're going to eat the potatoes right away. So I'm gonna put just a little. And again, it's when it comes to mashed potatoes, it's however creamy you want, however thick you want. It's just all at your discretion. Remember, I said it before, there's not a set rule. Okay. I think I want mine just a little bit creamier, so I'm going to add just a little bit more milk. And that's looking about right for shepherd's pie. Because if I was putting it on there like just out of the refrigerator, it'd be kind of stiff, which I would actually probably just heat it up just a little bit. On my shepherd's pie too, though, I don't like it extremely creamy, because if you put the gravy on that we're going to put on it, and then it may make them get a little bit runny. So this is looking about right. Let me take that fork and show you about how that is. See, it's just kind of hanging on. Let me take a piece off and taste it. It's going to need more salt. A little bit more salt. That should be good. I think the butter tastes good, so I don't need any more butter. All right, y'all. Let me bring you back up. So if you've never made mashed potatoes, you're kind of intimidated about it or something, just try this. I mean, they're really simple. Just very simple, very basic, very simple. If you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And remember to always season your cooking with love, all right? Y'all have a wonderful evening or day or whatever time you're watching this. Bye-bye.